So self-care for me, one thing about this whole journey is I learned so much about self-care and what the difference was, because for years I always got my nails done, I always got my pedicures done, I even had massages every other week. But what I realized, because of the life I was living previously, it was straight up maintenance for me. It was no fun. It wasn't a pamper day for me. It didn't make me feel better. It was, oh, great, that now will let me go another 2 weeks. Or, okay, great, my nails will be done. So when I'm shaking someone's hand in my business, I look professional. And it just wasn't at all like for me at all. So, I don't know, what is that for you guys? And I'm just so interested now with other women. I'm always asking people, what is it for you? What do you guys do for you every single day? That's just...
Yeah, I think it's like an interesting conversation, right? Because we have this like idea that we have to pamper ourselves, right? So self-care becomes this like, oh, get your nails done, get your hair done, but it's not really what you need to like maintain yourself in a good energetic state or in a good like happy state, right? So you can go get your nails done, but like to me, self-care is almost like getting enough sleep at night, like going for a walk on the beach every day, or like doing something that's far more simple.
Seriously.
But it actually like makes a difference for me in like my energy levels, and like actually makes me feel happy to like get outside and relax. And to me, that's like really what self-care is. It's like giving myself permission to take time for myself.
Yeah, and like for me, it's like actually making myself number one. So one of the things that I know that I used to do is I still love doing my nails. I still consider that self-care.
Same.
For you guys. But I'm like, oh, here, get my nails done. Let's go finally.
Yeah. Or like taking a bath, for example. Before it was kind of like, I don't want to do that, and now it's like, no, I actually enjoy taking that bath, and like relaxing and having some me time. Or even today, like I went and had lunch by myself, and I was like, you know what, this is taking care of me. I was on the phone with my husband, and I'm like, I'm gonna do some me time now, and just taking that time to feel good. And then the other thing is like when I used to say pampering, and now I don't say pampering anymore, because now I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna schedule pampering. I'm gonna see what it is that I want to do that day.
Yeah.
And like seeing what feels good to me that day, as opposed to like, I'm scheduling when to take care of myself.
Yeah,
like, no,
just
what do you
yesterday I
need?
completely changed my whole afternoon, because it was like, what do I need right now? Because I was starting to get like anxious about some stuff, and I was like, what do I need? And I'm learning more and more just to go, okay, what do I need right now?
That's a
for
great
me.
question.
Yep.
And what is so amazing is it's actually having the people around me like, okay. And before I used to feel bad. Like, no, I can't let people down. Oh my God, no, they're expecting me. All this silly talk in my head. And it's not even true. The people in our lives actually want us to feel good. Like I was supposed to go to going away party. I thought I was letting her down. And she was like, no problem. I'll send pictures. I'll post on Facebook. Love you too. And I'm like, wow. Had I been worrying about her more than me, I would have went. I would have forced it.
Yep.
I would have been miserable. I would have been uncomfortable. And going back to your bathtubs, oh, hello. I take 2-hour baths now. Before I used to get bored because I always felt like I should be doing something else. And there's me times I'm doing stuff and it's just like I feel like I'm grinding gears or like the hamster on the wheel. And all of it in my back's just go take a bathtub, go in the bath, go in the bath, go in the bath, go in the bath. And I'm like, and I go in the bath and like something miraculous happens while I'm in the bathtub. Like I come back afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, all that stuff I was trying to force is just right there. And it's just been really fun. I actually enjoy those things now.
I think you
actually enjoy it.
Like pointed on something really important, is that there's like this transition phase where you go from being really busy, which was like me too, like leaving my house at 7 a.m. and getting home at 10 p.m. like almost every day of the week.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to like slow down, and it's kind of painful to slow down at first, right? You feel guilty,
Oh my
you
God.
feel bad about it,
Shame.
like you're like, how come I'm not accomplishing as much stuff as I used to be? And so it's really like taking that time to be like, oh wait, hold on, like this is actually, I think we get addicted to like checking things off the list or being productive versus like actually feeling happy and like letting yourself notice how much happier if you like let go of the guilt that you are when you're taking care of yourself and you're slowing down and like doing all those simple little things.
Yeah, and then like to that point of like less doing and just being. Like I think that's one of the biggest things, just like being like however it is that I need to be in that moment.
Yep.
And then really just just taking care of what needs to be taken care of to make the internal happiness come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how we're kind of twisted on what self-care is, and it's just like, and as I kept asking myself that over and over again, like, what is it to me? What is it to me? Not what it is to other people. And I did ask other people, like, I loved, like, hey, what's self-love to you or self-care for you? Because I didn't know at all what it was like for me, and I did have this old thought, so I had to learn new things from other people. But then to feel learn how to even feel what that was for me was so key, that I didn't have to, well, they like it, so I should like it. Or,
Right.
you know.
Or why isn't this working for me?
Yeah, like, why don't I feel
Yeah.
as good at getting my nails done? I'm like, hurry up.
Or
and,
like going to
I
yoga or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even things
Yeah.
changed, because 2 years ago, yoga was painful for me. I just went, and it was amazing. And I'm going every day this week, and I can't wait. But it's just even funnier as like things evolve and with me, and I really realized I was afraid to go within. And like when I go to yoga, you got to think too much. Like you're like in your
Interesting.
thoughts and letting go.
Yeah.
How much even that was like,
Too much silence.
too much silence. Your brain is racing, because I had an environment in which my brain was always on. And as I'm now to silence that and be and just relax in my new life, it's like, that's an old life. It literally can kill me if I live in that life. So like, to slow my brain down to the point where I can go enjoy a yoga. I'm like, I did a child's pose. My fingers were down on the ground. It was like, like, this is amazing. I understand why y'all love yoga now. So
Yeah.
it's just amazing too how it constantly evolves over and over again.
Yeah, the things like that I'm doing now, I would never have done even a year ago.
Yeah.
And like that answers like second part of the question. It's like, why is it important?
Yeah.
And it's important, like for me, it's important for like my happiness and my peace of mind.
Yeah.
Without it, I am a stress case. I'm anxious. I'm nervous. I'm doubtful. I don't trust myself. All of those things come out when I'm not taking care of myself.
I'm like double
Well, it's
child.
like that whole cup, right? So if this is like not fully like filled, where it's like outpouring, you feel like you're like constantly feeling drained. As opposed to like, if we just keep taking care of ourselves, then you can pour out and
Yeah.
actually really be there and be present with other people. So that's one
Yeah.
thing I've really like noticed about myself.
I actually think I'm going to have a boyfriend now, even a husband, because I actually, which is so funny for me to even think, because like, I never would have thought, hey, why are you single? Because everyone always asks that for so many years. Like, why are you single? Oh, no. I think I'm great. Like, I would literally say that. I'm like, or then I'd be like, I'm just too busy, which I really was too busy. Physically, I was working so much, I could not date unless I wanted to go out in the middle of the night and, hi, have a drink and go home. But like, for me, it wasn't even that. It was because I wasn't taking care of me. How was that person even going to get to know the real me? And so, having it being a partner, it's important for me to be me, so others around me can enjoy me, and not some crazy, neurotic, anxious version of me. And they actually get the best of me.
Yeah.
I wish she was here with us, but she always says, please spread this word. She's like, are the people most important to you in your life getting the best of you, or what's left of you? And that is so key for me, that I just look at, like, what does my mom get? Does she get like the happy-go-lucky daughter that she raised, that she knows that I am? Or does she get the constant complainer, stressed out, I hate life right now? Like, what does my mom get? Like, what's the quality of my mom's conversations get to be if I'm taking care of me?
Which is like that whole conversation coming back to like being there for everyone all the time.
Yeah.
There is no point in being there for your family or your friends all the time if you're showing up in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Or not even present. You're like
right.
spaced out. You're worrying about all the different things that you didn't check off that list.
Right.
I love it. I have no list. You should see my calendar. It's almost to the opposite of probably good for you, but my calendar is completely blank. And like maybe a day or two, and like things that are really, really big, I'll put in there. But I make sure is at a point that there's a lot of opening, so I can be wherever I need to be. And it's amazing how much stuff I get done. So I am not saying that, don't calendar anything out.
I don't think I could do that.
I know. I was like, I have to calendar myself.
But calls and like different appointments
But leave
and
some
things with
space.
people.
Yeah, definitely leave space.
But I
Yeah.
look at it differently now. If it doesn't have huge gaps of like, because I don't want to schedule pampering,
Yeah.
I want to be in a free fluid. I don't schedule anything before noon now because it's like, nope, sorry, those mornings are mine.
Yeah.
And where it came from was for years as I got ready for a corporate office job, I'd be doing my hair going, one of these days I'll have my mornings for me. One of these days I'll have my mornings for me. And when I got that opportunity to design my life the way I wanted to, and I will have some morning stuff every once in a while, but man, I'm like, nope, it's my time. My time. I've always said it. I'm going to try this out for a while. And so far it's working out pretty good. And plus, I'm noticing my bags are less on my eyes, and so I don't feel like I'm like I remember waking up in the mornings feeling rushed to get somewhere, and then that's how
Yeah.
the rest of my day would go. So when I give myself that me time, and I mean, I go for a walk, I could do meditation, I can do all kinds of different things for me. Sometimes I just lay there. Sometimes I'm on my phone. Sometimes I'm messaging people. Sometimes I'm even talking to people, but I don't commit to being somewhere. And then when I'm in that energy, that space, it just, the whole day just kind of flows. And I just, for me, I get like more things done versus waking up in the morning and having to go. And sometimes when I have those mornings, I'm like, well, that was a really crazy busy day. And I'm exhausted at the end and going, what did I even do? Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I even got as much done.
We don't get as much present. Like, that's one of the
Not
things I was
present.
saying is this whole week, it's been like that, like the old way of being, like really go. And it's like, I don't feel like I can tell you what I did the last like few days just because it's like there's no present like moment.
Yeah.
It's just constantly like, okay, what's next? And I'm like, time for some self-care.
Yeah.
Like, that's missing right now.
Emergency brake. I call it, I was like, in your
Yes.
car, you have it right there. I'm always like, I'll literally have that visual, it's time. Pull that brake, it's time, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And
It's important to know those
it's so
triggers,
important.
right? It's like important to know like what am I experiencing right now that is like a sign that I actually need to go and practice some self-care, right? So like what are like if I start to feel like overly tired or cranky or upset with people or reactive in some way, I'm like, okay, hold on, you need some alone time, you need to go for a walk,
Yeah.
you need to rest or whatever that is, or even eating, like craving sweets or like overeating or like having strong cravings, like those are my signs that are like, okay, hold on, like you need to slow yourself down, relax, you're getting too stressed, you're in a fear state, and those are kind of like for me like some of those triggers that I think about.
Stop
that
breathing.
I know. Yeah, totally, like holding your breath all day.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And it's like,
oh my God, I'm not breathing. Oh my God.
that's been a self-care, yeah. That's
Like
definitely
self-care,
just, like, just
breathing.
take a
Who would have
few
thunk
deep-
it?
Yeah.
Self-care equals breathing.
Yeah.
Like heaven forbid.
Yeah, for sure. Meditation. I love to listen to like different like chakra frequencies. So like on YouTube, I'll like heart chakra like frequencies, and then I'll listen to that. And there's so many different ones on YouTube, which is great, and they're free. So meditation. I have like a morning like journaling practice that I really like to do, like to like open myself up and prepare myself for the day and set an intention. And I love getting outside. So if I can get to the beach and go for a walk or do some sort of like physical movement, even if I can't, like if I don't have enough time, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do lunges and bicep curls in my kitchen or something, in
Yeah.
my living room.
Yeah.
Something to like get my blood flowing. Those are like kind of my like big things. And I always try to do it at the beginning of the day. I feel so much better if I do it in the beginning of the day. If I wait till the end of the day, I'm pretty much like, it's questionable whether it will happen or not.
Yeah.
And so I try to like front load my day with like self-care stuff. But I love to get outside, be in nature, on the weekends, that sort of thing. Those are like my definite like go-to things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really do the nature much. I probably should. I do when I'm out there. I like it. I just don't think of it. But for me, like the journaling, I'm getting more into it. I think just even like the way I've been taught is the whole like being just writing a letter, because I didn't know what to say. I'm like, what do you freaking say when you're just journaling, right? And so I really, when I write a letter to God or the universe, my guides, my dad passed away when I was 12, and I've always felt he was present, and even more so lately. And so I like write him a letter. Like it's kind of like I put it out of my own hands. And I started off with like gratitude, like what am I really grateful for, and getting really presence to that. So practicing gratitude is really huge for me. When I'm just like, it's like get present to what I'm grateful for, and not focusing on the stuff that I'm not so much.
Yeah.
But and then being able just to say what I need help with, and that's something for me too, as I'm getting more into my feminine and my feminine divine, whatever you want to call it, is I don't know. I've lived a life so much of this masculine, just get stuff done, know how to do it. You're independent. You don't need a man, or you don't need help, and whatever it is. And I'm just being able to say that, even if it's on a piece of paper, it gets it off my chest. And then I notice even from that, like things start happening, but I also notice it's easier for me to say it to someone face to face. Like, hey, can you help me with this? Or, hey, I need this in order for me to, like even in dating, like being able to say, I really want to keep this light, and this is what I need in order for it, versus, okay, I'm walking on eggshells trying to make it, I'm going to keep it light for you, but it's like super heavy over here for me, and I'm like all stressed out. But that's what's so great about like when I write it out, and it's like, oh, wow, that sounds a little crazy right there. But it's not a bad thing. It's just a little crazy. And then it's like, okay, and then it's just gone. And I don't hold on to things that I would hold on to like I did in the past, which is really awesome. And I'm meditating for sure. I've gotten to where, like I said, like being able to just to lay in bed sometimes. I don't maybe not be present to I'm meditating, but I'm meditating in my own way, because I'm just letting my brain just rest, and not being afraid of those things that are the self-talk that's going on. It's like, oh, look at you again. Stop it.
Right.
Just stop those thoughts. And then if I really have to, get out the pen and start journaling. So that's really what I intend to, do. And what else? I don't know. I'd love for you to share. I'm thinking of other stuff that I love to do.
Yeah, I know. It's helped me with you sharing. No, for me, I kind of like do both. Meditation is still one that's going to happen one day. But I do the same thing. Like I'll lay in bed sometimes like for like over an hour. Just
Seriously?
like lay there until like finally I'm awake, but I like just wait until my eyes want to open on their own, as opposed to just like forcing it to open.
Yeah.
One of the other things I don't do anymore is I don't have an alarm. Like,
I was just going to say that.
Like here and like this morning I had one, and then I probably need to do one tomorrow, so I'm not happy about 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
But
Wednesday, you're sleeping
overall,
whenever.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's like one of the biggest things. But gratitude has been a huge thing. So a lot of times when I am laying there with my eyes closed, I'll start, thinking about all the things I'm grateful for. I even start crying, because like there's so much gratitude that it just like makes me like burst out.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like laughter has been a new one. So if I find something funny,
Yeah.
that's been like a really new one that I actually like when
There's
I
a
do
website
feel.
I'll tell you about that's really funny. It has some really great videos.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I need to find something to make me laugh right now.
Totally works.
Yeah,
It absolutely
Well,
works.
like I'll have this knot, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, it's
gone.
gone. You know.
Totally.
Otherwise, like yes, I love outdoors. I love going like biking. For me is really big. So me and my husband will go. He likes his like electronic skateboard now, so he doesn't.
Did he get it?
Yes, he got it.
Oh my God. It is so funny. I happen to see it when they're test driving.
So my husband and I will go biking, and then he's on his electronic skateboard. So we'll go, biking by the beach and all that. So that's really amazing for me. And then volleyball, like I love volleyball. So that's something that I definitely feel like is like
Just
a huge
finding a physical
self-care.
activity that actually gets you.
Yes.
Now mine's yoga, but
Yeah, yoga's good. That's another one. I'm actually September is when I'm gonna sign up for this one. I found one right by my house, so I'm like
Oh,
excited.
nice.
Yeah,
you have to tell me about it.
Yeah.
I think like what's really interesting, right, is that none of us really said some of those like things that we call self-care, right? Like we all have these like other ways, and I just wanted to like kind of point that out, is that like none of us said that we get our nails done or go get massages in order to
get a
maintain our
bath.
self-care.
Take a bath or
like,
something,
and those are great things, and they're
100%.
but like if we look at what's really actually made a difference in our lives, like
That
these
brings
sorts of
happiness
things
and joy,
yeah,
and
are
lightness.
so much
Yeah.
more powerful.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I think
Completely.
it's awesome to have this conversation to share with people that like you
And
also
each
don't,
person's is different.
and we don't have the money to do it.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
None of those things cost a lot of money to
Yeah,
do, and
totally.
they bring us so much more like balance
So
and
much
peace.
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's so great. It was not even on my radar until I had to deal with that stuff. And like you said, sharing this with people is so important. I'm out talking about it all the time as much as I can because it's so important that people know there's other things, and maybe what they think they're doing is what's fulfilling them. It's not.
Right.
And just little tweaks and being able just to be on your own adventure, be on your own discovery of what the heck that is for them. That was happening to me. I mean, when I first learned about it and was asked the question and told by doctors and friends, like, you just need self-care, you need self-love, you need that. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know. Well, you know, that's just been the biggest, it's actually more fun discovering those things because until you try something new, you just don't know,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Totally.
Another thing for me that I actually took on for a while was dancing in the mornings. So like, you know, I have like this morning dance list. So
Yeah.
if I remember, because I don't have the reminder anymore. I don't know if I feel like,
feel like you
oh,
wanna
I
listen
feel
to
like I'm
music?
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just put it on and like by myself, like
Yep.
after the shower, inside the shower, who knows?
Wherever
But just, you
inspired.
know, just dancing. It's just like, that's been a big one too.
Yeah.
I actually
I do that in the middle of
download
the night.
a lot of new music all the time, and that like gets my energy up. I feel like I like feel pretty good when I download a new song and I'm like learning the words, and, like having fun with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll turn off all the lights and put on music, and I just dance. And in my mind, I dance like the best dancers in the world. Like I literally, I don't even know.
love it.
It would be hilarious if you ever watched me on video. Like, please don't ever do like a secret video. I don't want to know. It's kind of like exercise classes when you're watching the person in the front. And you swear you look just like her doing it, and you know darn well you don't. It's like, don't look in front, like directly in the mirror. It's like how I am dancing. It's like whatever, and I'm like J-Lo and stuff, you know, shaking my booty.
Yeah. As long as you have fun with it, that's all that matters.
That's what it is.
As soon as I
Exactly.
start doing like choreography type dances, like it gets in the head. It's like no longer like in
Coming
the
from
heart, and
your-
it's like,
yeah.
and then I start feeling like a robot, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you got to come from the heart and just let your body flow.
Just let your body move.
however it flows.
I think like the theme of like what I'm hearing is like exploring a lot of new things,
Yeah,
trying different things out, and really paying attention to what makes you feel good.
seriously.
Yep.
And that's it.
What makes their heart explode?
Easy breezy.